Welcome back, Reflections. You are over here with Tarathia. Hit the like and subscribe button because we are back for part 2 talking about Professor Warren. Now, if you don't know who Professor Warren is, he was actually the creator of the War is Dead institution in Memphis, Tennessee. And it actually reached up to 30,000 people worldwide. Reflection. So with that being said, we talked about what the War is Dead institution is and how Professor Warren actually built it from the ground up. Reflection. Now in part 2, we're going to talk about his personal life and how his organization, they tried to kind of bring his organization down. So with that being said, I'm not here to waste your time. Hit the like and subscribe button and let's get started. In his personal life, Professor Warren married his secretary, Hattie Mae, who was known locally as being the 1939 Queen of Beale Street Cotton Makers Jubilee. Local media reported that Hattie Mae was crowned at midnight of the festival, and as soon as her name was announced, Warren's followers began to sing a spiritual. A celebratory feast was held at the temple following the announcement. Now, Hattie Mae and Warren took part in the building that is the War is Dead community over the years, including participating in complex ritual dramas at the War is Dead headquarters. Now, this included a play conducted over the course of the 3 days known as the King Solomon's Tour. As Warren's reputation and influence grew in Memphis, he began to notice outside. He was began to be noticed outside the Black community. Now, some white operated newspapers began to call him the Father Divine of the South, referring to the scandalous Black spiritual leader who once claimed to be a god. National newspapers began to refer to Professor Warren as an obscure cult leader. So he went from Father Divine of the South to a cult leader. Reflection. Now it says, despite his gaining more than 5,000 votes to be elected as vice mayor of Beale Street in October of 1939, in 1936, the Department of Commerce produced a booklet featuring statistics regarding religious organizations throughout the United States. Now, this booklet mentions War is Dead as one of the many cults. So they actually named this as not an organization, but a cult. Reflection that is avoided collecting data on because it did not have distinctive membership. So they couldn't collect any data on the War is Dead because they couldn't figure out who was who. Reflection. The art of secrecy. So it says Professor Warren's kingdom continued to grow in downtown Memphis until April of 1940. His wife asked for a divorce, claiming to a Memphis court that her husband had exhibited violence toward her and threatened to unalive her. She also claimed that the professor was cheating on her with a new secretary in the temple. The issue of money was brought up in court for alimony, and Warren admitted that he had made more than $17,000 in a year from devotees, Christmas presents to the leader. Okay, that's a lot of money. Reflection. Back when in 1940, he had made $17,000 in 1 year. Okay. It says Warren told the court that his wife had begun cheating on him while working with the Memphis Cotton Carnival. So she went to the courts asking for a divorce, saying that he was cheating on her. And the whole time, he's saying, no, she's cheating on me. Reflection. What's really going on? Okay. What's going on with Hattie Mae? So it says, as Hattie Mae claimed her own injuries and alleged that there were injuries on the husband, Warren showed the court an injury he had sustained the night before trial. He revealed that he was in his backyard feeding his dog. Then 2 men jumped out and hit him over the head. Reflection. And one of them even fired a gun. The professor attorney looked at the court and asked, do you believe this half-pint husband was cruel and beat this number 10 size woman? The jury refused to grant Hattie Mae a divorce, saying there was insufficient evidence to prove that he had been violent towards her, so they wouldn't give her a divorce or the alimony. Reflection. Over 250 devotees of the temple showed up to the courthouse during the trial. Warren boasted to the press that there would have been thousands, but that he had advised against that many attending. He said he could have had most showing up to the courtroom. He could have had this courtroom where nobody didn't even have nowhere to sit. Reflection. But he told them, hold on, just give me a little bit. I just need just a couple of y'all to get the job done. Okay? It says, following the judgment, members of Warren Spiritualist Temple began to hurl insults and calling his wife Hattie Mae. No, they called her Hottie Hattie. Many of them told members on the Outlook and Press that she had been extremely arrogant and had been given a mansion, fine clothes, and anything she wanted from the professor. So the congregation felt like she was in there trying to take advantage of Professor Warren. They said no, she came in on the congregations, the organization's money reflection. That's what they thought. And they said that she was given everything that she needed. What was the problem? They didn't know anything about the professor being violent towards her. They felt like she was using that as a money scheme to get out of the marriage, allegedly. Let's keep going. Professor Warren and his Wardsden League disappeared as aging spiritualists struggled with much of the negative attention given to his group by the press and local community. So after that came out that he was allegedly trying to unalive her or was being violent to her, it messed up the reputation. Was that all a part of the plan, though? Reflection. It messed up the reputation of the Wardsden League. Okay. Let's keep it going. Yet he stands as many of the examples of Memphis historical figures with ties to hoodoo and spiritualist history. So he used to use hoodoo, and he was actually a spiritualist. He was a healer as well, reflection. And not only that, he was a leader. Okay, not only did he go and come back and share the information that he learned, because he actually learned a lot of his stuff in India as well, reflection. And he came back to Memphis to actually teach the Black community about how to make different things and to sell them and how to spend your money within each other. Okay, and it'll make the community more prosperous. Okay, so if you haven't heard about William H. Warren, Professor William H. Warren, then drop in the comments and let me know, what did you think about this story time? Do you really think that Professor William H. Warren was trying to unalive his wife, or do you think that she was trying to bring down the institution and take the bag? Okay, so with that being said, until next time, hit the like and subscribe button. You never want to miss out on a video. Ashe.